Christmas leggings, ready for the Oscars on top. Alright, so today it is day 6 of 15 days of foundation. This is where we try out a new foundation every single day for 15 days. I've been switching off days between drugstore and high-end, so today we have another drugstore foundation, and this is a new release by LA Girl. This is their Pro Matte HD High Definition Longwear Matte Foundation. So this foundation has 1 fluid ounce product in it, which is standard, and it retails for $8.99 on Ulta, but there's only 8 shades on Ulta. If you go on LA Girl's website, they have all 14 shades there, but it retails for $10. So $1 more on LA Girl's website, but you might have to go there if they don't have your shade on Ulta. So reading the claims on this one, it says it's a soft and suede-like finish. Pro Matte Foundation will have you covered and shine-free all day. I do have normal to dry skin right now. I used to have oily skin. I'm on Accutane right now. It says creamy liquid formula provides smooth and buildable coverage, minimizes the appearance of pores and fine lines for an even soft focus effect. It doesn't say the coverage online, but on the back of the bottle it says medium to full coverage. The packaging is a nice frosted glass bottle, and it does have a pump. To all the high-end brands that can't afford to do this, LA Girl brand's doing it, and it's $8. So I actually have the 4 lightest shades here, so I'm going to do swatches of all of these 4 shades compared to some of my other foundations and also the LA Girl Pro Coverage. This first shade right here is the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation in the lightest shade Ivory. Next over is the same foundation in the shade Bisque, Beige, and then Natural. So as you can see, the 4th over lightest shade, Natural, is actually lighter than the second 2 shades. In the second shade, there's a big difference between these 2 shades, so it kind of jumps. And then the 3rd shade should probably be like over here in like the 6th shade. And the second shade has a lot of orangey, almost like peach tones to it. This foundation right here is the LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation in lightest shade Porcelain, CYO Life Proof in 101, Dermacol 208, Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in 110. So I do really like the LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation, especially as my skin has been more dry. This is a beautiful, illuminating, dewy foundation. I have a whole other video on it, but I do think that this breaks me out. So I'm hoping that this foundation doesn't do that. I also really like the white mixer in this line. They have a white mixer that you can mix into lighten foundations. So I'm curious about this foundation. We'll see how it is, how it wears throughout the day. If you're excited for 15 days of foundation and you've been enjoying, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Link to vote is down below right at the top of the description box. This eyelash needs to get in place, dude. I also wanted to say, very exciting, we actually added limited edition mugs to the page. They'll have already been up by the time you guys are seeing this, but this is the first time I can like announce it in a video since the other ones were already recorded. A couple of you guys suggested this, so I brought back 2 of the old 15 Days of Foundation designs that were limited edition, and those are now on mugs. So 100% of those proceeds also goes to Project Beauty Shares. Throwback OG 15 Days of Foundation designs are down below. Wow, I really need to pluck the brows right now. Can't wait. Okay, so right now it's 8:03 in the morning. I need all the coffee today. So I've already washed, moisturized, prepped my skin. I did really good moisturizing this morning because we're going in with a matte foundation. I haven't done the swatches yet, but I think Ivory is going to be too light. So I'm going to go with the second lightest shade, Bisque. If it's too dark or too light, I'll mix in another shade, but we're going to do half my face with my Sigma F80 flat top and then the other half with my LA Girl sponge. That sponge rocks, by the way. I haven't seen it on Ulta yet, but I think you can only get it from their website right now. This one might be dark. Yeah, it looks a little bit dark. Okay, so Natural, the 4th over shade, actually looks much lighter and much closer to my undertone than Bisque does. This one looks a lot more beige toned. Yeah, we're gonna go in with that one. This one looks definitely more peachy. On the bottle it says medium to full coverage, and it's supposed to be smooth and buildable. Oh, that looks a little dark. Oh, I'm smelling. I used a Dr. Bronner's soap on my sponge this morning, and it is scented. Dr. Bronner's, by the way, you can get it at like Ross or TjMaxx and stuff. Best soap ever to clean your makeup brushes. That shade is dark. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that on camera. So Bisque is definitely out of the question. I guess I'll try beige, even though this definitely looks darker than Natural in the bottle. The beige is for sure darker. So I guess I'm going to mix in a little bit of the lightest shade Ivory. Ivory, I think, looks too light. Yeah, ivory alone would be too light, I think. I'm mixing in a little bit of ivory in with natural. Feels very smooth. Doesn't feel like a matte foundation usually does. Okay. It feels very lightweight and thin. It feels super, super lightweight. Whoops. Oops. Okay. Guess I'm spreading this over. Let's go down the neck. Let's try the brush side. I'm gonna not build up this side. Just do one layer so we can see and then go in to build it up. Because I think something might have happened when I went to build that up. I really like the consistency of this. You're not putting on like a thick, heavy matte foundation. Okay, weird. That's getting really patchy in certain areas and almost darkening. This is totally mixed. Like there's no darker shade that should be coming out. This is weird because it looks really nice from far away when I'm looking in my mirror. But when I actually look up close, there's some weird stuff going on. I don't know what's happening with, it's like certain parts are oxidizing and it's not looking the best around here. It's definitely oxidizing. I hope this is gonna pick up on it, but right here is where I'm seeing the weirdness. It's weird. Even on my forehead, there are certain parts that are just darker. There's definitely some clinging happening to certain areas. I can see in the viewfinder the shade looks fine, but in real life, this is oxidizing so fast. My face looks about two shades too dark and a bit orange. Not the best coverage. Definitely not full coverage. Low, medium coverage. You can still see everything coming through. I'm not liking this. It's weird because I like the thinness of it. I like how lightweight it feels. And again, looking at it far away, it actually looks really nice. It's just there's some weird stuff going on. So I'm going to try and actually just use the lightest shade Ivory because this has oxidized so much. I think I'm just going to try and build this up with a sponge. I don't see a big difference between brush and sponge side as far as coverage or finish, so I think I'm just going to use a sponge. And it's going to probably look a little bit light at first, but once it oxidizes, it should match. I don't know, man. Maybe that is my shade. It's not really building as far as coverage. Yeah, at all. This is oxidizing on my skin like crazy. Like it's almost like I put it on and it instantly darkens. Like you can see how light that looks right there, and watch, it'll darken almost immediately. So with that in mind, I think I would be Ivory alone, not mixed in with anything, just considering what it changes to. This one is interesting, man. I'm confused by this one. Ignore my eyebrows, I'm plugging them tonight. Very confused. It feels nice, it feels lightweight, and for a matte foundation, it doesn't seem to look too heavy or cakey on my skin right now, which is pretty hard to find for a matte foundation. But then when I look up close, it looks wild. Like, I just don't understand this major patchiness. Like, there's this thing right here between my eyebrows that's happening. Maybe this is one that will just like totally change once I do the rest of my makeup and you won't really be able to tell. I haven't had a foundation oxidize this much in a while. I don't know if you guys will see this, but there's a line right here, even where I blended down the lightest shade, Ivory. Wouldn't call this full coverage, wouldn't call this buildable. I don't think I got any more coverage on that second layer at all. You can still see freckles, scarring, things coming through. So I think this one is about medium coverage. To the touch, it feels pretty dry. Like, it doesn't feel too sticky. I do think I could blend powder products on top of here. It is transferring a bit. So right now it's 8:22. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup. I have some new things I'm going to play around with, so I'm really excited. Get some caffeine in my life, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's now 9:09. We're going to call the check-in time 8:30 since that's when I finished up with my face makeup. You guys, we just have to have a holy shitsies here. I tried out this eyeshadow palette, 2 of them. These are new drugstore palettes. Oh my gosh. These are the new Milani Most Loved Mattes palettes. Are these both called Bold Obsessions and Most Loved Mattes? This one's Bold Obsessions. The gold from this palette, unreal. That's what's on my lids right now. And then the matte shades, I use these ones. Milani literally knocked it out of the park with this palette. I'm just blown away by the quality of these shadows. Anyways, I'll tell you what's on the rest of my face. I just got way too excited. Let's talk about the foundation. So I didn't end up setting my face with powder at all, and powder products blended out fine on top of it. So I like that you don't have to set this one with powder. And now that the rest of my makeup is on, I like how it looks. Again, it's just very bizarre. I went out and looked at natural lighting, and you can see almost like the weird discoloration, darker in certain spots, lighter in certain spots. And again, when I mixed the shades, they were totally mixed. So I don't think that was it. I think it's just weird, like something weird is going on. Maybe it's my skin right now, I have no idea, but I am getting weird discoloration all over. There's a little bit of separation almost on my forehead where it looks like it's just kind of sitting on the top right here, but overall the finish and how it looks nice from far away. This might be one that just totally clings and kind of patches up if you have texture on your face. I just wish the patchy thing wasn't happening, because other than that it looks pretty good. All right, let's go do a little flash test. Where did I put my phone? Here it is. And this one does not have SPF, so hopefully this doesn't have a big flashback. Whoa, what the heck? I was not expecting that. Okay, why does my head look super small, first of all? With flash, it looks about 10 shades lighter. So on the rest of my face, we talked about my obsession with bold obsessions. For blush, I use the Zoeva Gentle Touch blush. I got this off of Glambot. Highlighting palette, I use this Morphe Babe in Paradise. Use this shade right here. These are super soft. You could probably use these as eyeshadows too. The white shade is more like a purple. For contour, I use the Smashbox contour palette, this shade right here, one of my favorites. Lashes are the Kiss Lash Couture in Gala. And then lipstick, I use Kylie Mary Jo K. The necklace I'm wearing, sweater, nail polish, everything is always down below in the description box. I'll see you guys in a few hours in natural lighting for the next check-in. So it's now 1:46, so it's been on for over 5 hours. My phone is about to die. We're on 5% right now. How does it go through that quickly? I peeled off my lashes, so looking a little funky now, but let's take a look. Ooh, I look quite dry. I actually haven't looked at my face yet. Looking even patchier to me. It's almost looking like splotchy now. By the way, I just filmed a empties video, so that's already up. That's why I look the same in that video as I do today. I think you guys can see that. It looks pretty splotchy, even patchier than before. And I also look quite a bit drier. It did say that this is oil controlling, so I'm not totally shocked. You know, obviously something that's oil controlling isn't ideal for my skin type right now, but if you have oily skin, it would probably do a lot better. If I'm only looking at like the finish of it, trying to avoid the color and stuff, it doesn't look horrible dry. My forehead has looked better. It's definitely looking a bit textured on my forehead, like, oh man. But yeah, even just the finish of it definitely looks a bit textured, dry. So that's where we're at right now, 5 hours in. I'm curious if any of you guys who have tried this yet have experienced the patchiness. I need to edit the empties video, edit day 2 and day 3. Lots of editing today. So I hope you guys enjoyed. What am I doing? It is not the end of the video. See you guys at the end of the night. Okay, so right now it's 7 o'clock, so it's been on for over 10 hours at this point, 10 and a half hours. Let's take a look. Oh, and I have lipstick on my lip, upper lip, whatever this is. Okay, I feel like it has oxidized more. So exact same thoughts as last 2 check-ins. I think this one I'm just gonna have to totally try a couple more times. I don't think I've ever had a foundation like this where I like it, but there's also some really not great things going on. Maybe the layering was the downfall. Next time I'm gonna try it with a primer underneath, and then I'm gonna try only 1 layer of the lightest shade. If I'm just looking at the finish of it, it doesn't look particularly bad on my dry skin, which is good. That's been tricky to find. I'm overall confused by this foundation. That is like my thoughts on this. So I'll update you guys in the wrap-up video once I've tried this a couple different ways. I don't have an ounce of moisture on my face right now. Like, it is so dry feeling. So I think with this, I definitely would use like a moisturizing setting spray over top for me. And my skin feels very dry right now. So with this one, we'll see how it goes in the wrap-up video. But if you've tried this one, let me know if this has happened with you or what you thought of it down below in the comments. And by the way, I always get questions about this. This was just from Costco. It's the most comfy jacket I've ever purchased in my life. I sleep in this, literally. I think I'm in this like 20 hours of the day. Would recommend over this foundation. Spend your money on this Costco jacket. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're excited for day 7? Is tomorrow day 7? I literally have to go through this every single morning when I film. I just need to start writing this down. But if you're new here, don't forget to join the Burrito family and subscribe. Every single day, 6 p.m. Pacific time, new videos going up. My arm is literally shaking right now. I'm so out of shape. Probably a cue that I should wash this off and go to the gym. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.